What up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of Movies and Shows with Comics and Pops. And we're going to be reviewing Jupiter's Legacy. But before we get started, I want to introduce to you the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Hoodrat himself. Ian, what's going on, dude?
Yo, what's up, man? This is Hoodrat Comics. I'm a Hoodrat, you're a Hoodrat, we're all Hoodrats. What's up, y'all? What's up, Kill? What's up, Something Wrong? What's up, Steve out there, man? What's up, you damn Hoodrats?
Exactly. I can't believe like Something Wong was here already before we even started. You know, what's going on, dude? Oh, there he is. Look at that.
Something Wong.
And
Something Wong in his house, man.
Hey, thanks for joining us. We're going to keep it short and sweet as always. So we're going to just hit you up with the highlights. So, Ian, first of all, what can you summarize to the folks in the chat about Jupiter's Legacy?
Yeah, man, it's about this family, this family of superheroes, man. It's like it's the differences in thoughts of how people should, how justice should be in the world, man. It's you have Sheldon, who is the utopian, right?
Yep.
Kind of, it kind of shows his origin story on how he became who he is, how he went from Sheldon, the kid, to utopian, the man, and how they all kind of met, man. And how they all kind of met, and it also tells the story of their children, man, on the effects of being a superhero on kids. You know what I'm saying? Which didn't look like it was too cool to be like a son and daughter of a superhero, man. And it's just the family legacy. It's a really good show, man. And it's it's to me, it's like the ideals of justice, man. Like justice is a perception, man. Like everybody has their own way of seeing justice. You know what I'm saying?
No, I totally agree with you, man. Like it is all about like how we deal with our family unit. You know what I'm saying? Like the pressures if our parents are like super successful, like Sheldon and Grace, and how they were like held in this pantheon of superheroes since they started it all, and their effects on Chloe and Brandon, and how you could see how this legacy kind of wears on them. How like Chloe herself like decides, I am not having any part in this, and I am just going to do things for myself, and she's off on her own. And then you have Brandon, who longs for his father's like not attention, but like what's the word I'm looking for? Like
his he's longing for his approval.
Thank you.
He wants his approval. They all want his approval. Even Chloe wants his approval. Like
that
the way
true.
she,
that is true.
She's always looking out for. I mean, she's looking out for guys that are different than her dad, and then she wants approval from them, which is approval from her dad. And she just ends up all the time getting wiped.
Right, it's pretty nuts. So, P-Kill, just thank you for that comment. And you know what? Ian and I have not read the comic at all. I mean, we just jumped into this thing going, we're going to watch it with eyes wide open and without any baggage of the history of this particular show. So we loved it.
I loved it, man. I mean, I was when I saw Josh Duhamel in it, I used to watch Las Vegas all the time, man. Of course I'm a freaking watch this, man. Like that's my man, bro. He was the man up in that show, man. So too bad. When he's in there, I'm gonna watch it, man.
No, I feel you, man. I feel you. Like all the actors, I felt like
what's up, Jen?
They all had a lot of chemistry together, and they all played their roles like perfectly. I thought that, like Sheldon Utopian, he played this straight and narrow kind of guy, and he was like that the entire way through the entire story. Like he didn't deviate from that character. Same thing with the Grace, which is the wife of Utopian Lady Liberty, and again, her character was the same. She was like the heart of the show, and there were so many good things that happened. Ian, what was your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part of the show, man. I actually liked the first episode. That's the one that got me in, man. The fight with what's his name? The wannabe Darkseid.
Black Star.
Black Star, man. My wife was all like, is that Thanos? I was like, no, that's a wannabe Darkseid, man. That totally is a wannabe Darkseid. But no, it's great because you know, in the beginning, like I mean, you see it in episode 2, Darkseid's actually like this old green guy that wears glasses and reads like those romantic books. What do they call those whatever those old romantic love, women books or whatever, so it's a pretty good twist on things, man. And I really dig the fight. I dig the first battle in the first episode when it was like 10 of them against Black Star, and I mean, spoilers, but like 2 or 3 of them get take the hit, you know what I'm saying? And then Black Star takes the hit, and I'm gonna leave it there, man. But that's what got me. I really like the cinematography. I really like the way they put money into this show. It didn't look like it was cheap. It did. You have flying people all over the place, and you have all these people swinging around and throwing people and blasting shit out their chest, man. They put Netflix is no joke, man. They're like, Marvel wanted to go their own way with Disney. Then you got Amazon with The Boys. Like, let's do our own thing, man. Let's kind of like do our own spin on superheroes. So, and I really liked it, man.
No, I agree. Like the first episode really like captures your attention. I mean, it's just a grab right away and makes you want to know what more is going to happen. And I like the fact that, there's actual like threats out there that can impact the hero's life per se. And pretty much nobody is safe. I mean, for example, I mean, I thought Jana, who played Ghost Beam, I thought she was going to be safe. I thought she was going to be that character that is always talking to Chloe, wanting her to come back to the team, the Union, and be that good person that she knows she can be. So I was really expecting that to happen, and I was really expecting her character to make it to the end.
No,
but she didn't.
I know, but they had to have that, man, to have a climax, right, with Lady Liberty, because there's this thing. I mean, tell them about the code, man. Like the whole show structure around this code. It's an ongoing debate within the whole show.
Yep. So the theme about this whole show, not just the theme, but the whole like backbone about this is don't kill. That's the number one rule, is don't kill. Yeah. And you have so many reasons why you should. But I know. For whatever reason, like Utopian's like, no, this is something that we don't do. And I don't know how to say. I mean, I totally disagree with him. But Ian, do you agree or disagree with that?
Man, it's like I think like Utopian, right? Like he's totally a hardliner on the code, right, of not killing. But I think there has to be a compromise, man. They're trying to tell you, man. I mean, the whole premise of, I think, this story is like, there's good and evil, and there's an in between. You have 2 people that are on 2 opposite sides of that coin, and they're trying to figure it out, man. What's the in between? You know what I'm saying? And who knows, man? I mean, there has to be some type of compromise with that code, because it is kind of getting old. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in that, within that universe, like, the bad guys are just killing all the good guys. You ain't gonna have no more good guys left if you're not like killing some bad guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the prison isn't really holding people, because people are, Black Star got out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. To me, it's like they have to find, they have to search for that type of compromise on how they're going to do it, man. Or maybe, I don't know. But I get what Utopian is saying about the code. Like once we start killing people, then it's just a free for all. Everybody just kills everybody. So, and that's kind of what happens in this world right now. It's like kind of a reflection about what's going on in our country and stuff with, the police officers and Black Lives Matters and stuff like that. Like, where do you draw the line? Where do we meet in the middle? You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what they're trying to get at.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's one of those things and again, I don't like this whole like no kill thing, and it parallels like Superman, and even like Batman. Like if Batman stopped the Joker once and for all, like just ended his life, would all of these things happen? Same thing with Superman. It's like if he ever took a life, would it be better? Would the world be better off? And I like how they talk about it in the way they go at it in this particular show. And I like how Grace, again, Lady Liberty, who's the wife of the Utopian, starts to realize that this whole code of not killing, it's antiquated. Like there has to be some sort of compromise. There has to be an adjustment, for everybody. And I think if those things happen, I think everybody would be better off. I mean, I'm all for like, hey, killing's okay if it's self-defense. If your life's being threatened in the lives of everybody else and there is no other way to get out, I mean, definitely it's okay, but not to do it out of revenge and say, oh, he killed my partner, I'm going to kill him next. I mean, I don't think that should happen. But
yeah, I don't get how, I mean, his son, like in the beginning, like he had to do what he had to do, man. Because if he didn't do that, like there would have been a lot more people that would have died. It's like the whole, Hiroshima, drop of the nuclear bomb. Like, it's a wrong thing to do, but how many lives did you save? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, right?
Oh yeah. So what did you think about this whole like back and forth between what happened in the past and how they acquired their powers and what happens in the present day?
I liked it, man. I like it was real. It's a parallel story, man. It's it's like a lot of similar stuff. Is that we see Sheldon's journey. You know what I'm saying? In one parallel time, and then we see his family's journey in the other. His child, his son and his daughter, and himself and his wife and his brother. Right. Yep. We also see the parallel lives of like of what happened with Star Fox and his son also, and I'm really interested in that story though. I'm really interested in that story between Star Fox and his kid. Like what's going on with this kid? Because for Netflix, this was a really short. It was a really short series. I mean, a season, right? It was on like 8 episodes. Usually in Netflix, we're getting like 12 episodes at least, man. Right? It's usually we get pretty long show.
Yeah, it was short and sweet. I think they did it on purpose just to kind of test the waters a little bit because they maybe didn't know if people were gonna like this thing. But based on the reviews and even in the chat, I mean, hey guys, love your comments. You guys like the show, which is fantastic. And I mean, I'm really looking forward to season 2.
Thank you.
And all of that stuff. I mean, it's great. I liked how they were going through the motions and in the beginning. And by I mean the beginning, I meant like when they did a flashback to the past and how they all got their powers and how like they all kind of banded together to follow Sheldon, who was essentially hallucinating the entire time.
Crazy. He was like,
I know, he's going crazy.
We're
going to lock him up in an institution. It was nuts.
If you did that, Alonzo, I'd be like, you're crazy, bro. You're crazy. You need some help, man. You need some help.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean,
they're on a boat. Guy? They're on a boat going in the middle of the ocean, and the dude's talking to himself at the top of the barge. I'm like, nah, man, there's something wrong with that fool. Let's see. Yeah, he was crazy, man.
Yep, and like E-Man, you're right. I mean, it's just like, oh my God! Like once you see them get their powers, that whole wave that came out of the island, like hit some of those people also too in the on the boat. So it's like, and you saw some of them like flash a little bit because they acquired some of that power.
They must be the bad guys though, right? Like I think the brother, I think he might be Black Star. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those guys is Black Star on that boat. You know what I'm saying? But the captain, he had the strongest personality, right? He was pretty hardcore, man. So I don't know. We don't see those guys. I mean, did we see in those guys as good guys from the boat? They must be. I mean, their kids must be like their legacy, right? Within that whole superhero thing going on in this universe, man.
Thanks for stopping by, Lucy.
Yeah, it was interesting, man. It was interesting to see, and I thought it was a pretty good foundation for what's going to happen in season 2 and beyond. I'm really looking forward to it, man. Because there's a lot of things that I need closure with. Like because the end. I mean, if you guys watch it, man, the end was kind of. I seen that coming. Did you see that coming, Alonzo? I saw that coming.
You know what? The way they handled it. Okay, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I did not see that coming. I did not see, and we're gonna spoil it because it's like, you know what? This thing's been out for a while. You guys should have watched it already. That Brainwave is essentially the bad guy, and he was manipulating everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought it was oh my god, what is that, like, is it Skyfox?
Star Fox.
Yeah, I wonder, like, I thought it was going to be him. Like, I thought based on the way they kind of played it, that he was going to be the master manipulator for it, or if he's the Flare, I don't know. It's the guy. It's one of those characters, and I really thought that he was going to be the big bad, but he wasn't. So I don't know. I was shocked to know that it was Brainwave, that he was going to be the one that pulled everybody's strings.
And Rudy, I don't know how much these books are, man. I wasn't even paying attention to this book. I mean, were you?
I did. So when the series came out, when the trailer came out, I started looking at the books because, again, I haven't read any of them. I have not picked them up, and I will fully admit that I'm not a fan of Frank Quietly's art. So I did stay away because of that. But when I looked at it, prices did increase. You weren't able to get these books anymore for like anywhere between $5 to $10. Now I think or at least at that time, they're going for like 20 to 50, depending on the variants. So,
oh man,
go ahead.
Just wait. Just guys, if you're gonna buy the book, just wait like a month or 2 months, and then I'll be back down to $15, and you can go read it yourself. You can go read it yourself. That's all. That's what I'm saying, right, Alonzo? I mean, this is kind of like the underground hit for me. You know, I don't hear a lot of people talking about it.
I would agree. I would agree with that. Like, and you can probably also get the graphic novel or something that has all of the issues and stuff, or just wait. If this is something you kind of want to invest in, I believe Netflix has already announced that they're going to make a season 2.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it, man. But I don't want to read it. I want to have fun on season 2, man, and just go with it, man. So none of y'all spoil that, you know, what's going on in season 2. And
all right. So what do you think is going to happen in season 2? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think Star Fox is going to make his appearance. Why can't he, man? I think Star Fox is dope, and I think his son is dope. I think that my favorite character of them all is Hutch. You know, I really liked Hutch, man. Hutch was dope. I mean, Hutch is doesn't have any superpowers, but he can travel from one place to another within milliseconds just by honing in this little staff he has. I think it was I guess one of the guys that traveled with Sheldon, the doctor, right? He's the one who got that little staff, and I want to find out how Hutch got it, because that's not his dad, right? Like his dad is actually George, right? Star Fox. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing that, man. I want to see more Star Fox. I want to see more George, because those two guys were like my favorite characters. You know, even though I'm a Josh Duval fan, man, like, yeah, I do have a crush on Josh Duval, man. Like, come on, man. Who doesn't, bro? That dude's bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, but seriously though, Hutch and George are my favorite characters. I want to see more of that storyline, coming through. I want to see Star Fox come back and be like a hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what happened. I mean, I think he had problems with the code, right, Alonzo? That's kind of what they're pointing at. Like, he had a problem with like the not killing, because Alonzo, maybe Star Fox has an issue because the doctor got killed. And then Star Fox is like, why can't we kill this fool? Like, he killed one of us. He killed our family. You know what I'm saying? And,
I think you're right. I think that's exactly what happens, and why they kind of ended their relationship, and why he was kicked out of the union. They kind of allude to it, but they didn't really go into too many details. Something about like the vice president or something like that. But yeah, I'd love to see that backstory in season 2. Also, I'd love to see like the aliens. I'd love to see the aliens, because the aliens are the ones that gave those guys their powers. this whole like island, this whole setup was based on like an alien race bestowing them these gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see it. I want to know, like, is there an ulterior motive to this?
You kind of remind me of the Watchmen, right? Like when they went on that little planet, like Dr. Manhattan stuff like that. I was like, no, man, they just like this is cool that you guys are stealing shit, you know what I'm saying? Like from everybody, you know, because everybody kind of reminded me of somebody, right? Like but they added their own little thing to it. It wasn't, yeah, they may have stole a couple, you know, characters and stuff, a couple origin stories of different people, but they had their own little twist, man. And I, you know, when they said, when I hear Jupiter's legacy, like who are they talking about? Is it the god Jupiter or whatever, right? Like which Jupiter are they talking about, man? Maybe it's a god, right? Like maybe this god gave them this power, because I don't know, man. You know, like I like the show, man. Even though they copped a lot from
I know,
you know,
and I know, P. Kill, you've read the books, man. If you can give us a little tidbit, give us a little taste of what's going on. I mean, we'd love to know. And again, like Ian and myself, and I think a lot of people in the chat too, didn't read the books.
So we'd definitely
love to hear it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. The ones who gave the powers and what was the purpose? That's me too. What was the purpose of it, right? Like, why did you have to like add all these superheroes and these villains, right? Like the world's already messed up anyway. Why do we need villains? You know, like just keep it fair and no superhero shit, man. You know, like just keep it fair, man. Like who has the biggest guns? You know, whatever. I don't know, man. So
I know. I mean, it's just nuts. I mean, I definitely want to know who was behind this, and why. But I'm looking forward to see like Brainwave. Oh, one of the things. Okay, so my favorite character is Hutch, which you've elaborated on. But I also liked Reiku, and Reiku is the kick-ass like ninja daughter of Brainwave.
Yeah, man.
And she was like the last with the swords. Oh my god, she was awesome.
Bro. When she busted out, bro, I was like, that's Ronin. That's Ronin. Come on, man. Where's Hawkeye? Where's Hawkeye in here? You know, but she was dope, though. But she also had the talents of Brainwave, though, right? But she could kick ass, man. She was just like, I was like, yo, man, this chick's bad. But too bad about her. You know?
Yeah, too bad about her. But I loved her. I loved her, like her character, her no nonsense. Oh my god. And the way she just like her fighting skills, man. I mean, seriously, she is just, it's awesome. I mean, if you're a fan of Psylocke and you thought like Psylocke, because not only did she have like telepathy and telekinetic ability, but she was also an assassin ninja, like Reiku embodied all of that. Mm-hmm. So it was like actually seeing like Psylocke being brought to life.
Yeah, Psylocke, and it kind of like what's her name? Elektra 2, kind of an Elektra-ish type of thing going on there with the attitude, you know, like yeah, she was a good pick, that whoever that actress was. I was just sad to see her go, man. I was like, yeah, why can't we keep her, man? Like she's dope, dude, you know?
Oh yeah. I mean, so again, I loved Hutch just like you, because again, Hutch was just this he was a scoundrel. He's kind of like a Han Solo-ish type of character. Like he doesn't mind just kind of either being on a team or just doing things on his own, you know, and he does put like others ahead of himself. And I like how they allude that he may become the new like mob boss. So I again, like, there's so much potential for all these characters, and you can see it.
I think Brainwave just has issues with the code, man. I think he just is like, yo, man, we just need to start killing fools. Like we've been doing this for so long. Look how old we are. Have we really made a difference, right?
Oh, so that's it.
Wow.
Thanks, PKL.
Okay. No, that means we get to see Skyfox. That's good, man. But you know what I like, man? That's good. I like that Kurtwood Smith was in it, man, from the 70s show. He was in there for a moment. You know, I was like, yo, it's the dude from the 70s show. You remember the old guy, the dad? What was his whole little catch line? Like, you know, like I forgot what his catch line was on the 70s show. Someone over there in the chat, man. He was a dad all the time with the, you know, he was Red. The dad with, he was Red. Yep. Do you remember his catch line on the series?
Oh my god! It's just some people like it was always like "Shut it, Foreman" or something like that. That's the only thing I remember.
Foreman or whatever, man. Yeah, he was on there too. I dig that Red was up in there.
So Jeff Geek Driven says, "Hey, did anyone get a cringing feeling when the uncle looks at his niece at the dinner table?" Yes.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, it's like
something's
going on. Something's going on. But yeah, I mean, it's great, and I like how the characters interacted and how they felt grounded, even though it was like in this whole fantasy world of superheroes. Like it was just fantastic.
Foot in the ass. There you go. There's a foot in the ass. There you go, man. Alpito knows, bro. Yeah, that's my man. I used to watch the show all the time. But you know that I enjoyed it, man, because you have Disney on one side, right? Disney is on one side that's trying to like cater to all audiences, right? Like including kids, and then you have Amazon on one side. It's just like this is we got The Boys and we got Invincible, and this is for mature audiences. But what Jupiter's Legacy is, it's like the in between. It's like for mature adults, but kids can watch it also. I
don't know, man. There was a lot of gore.
I don't know, man. But
like death.
I mean, it was like okay, let's say it's like not mature audiences, but like teens can watch it too.
Okay,
right?
Teens. There you go.
Yeah, it was more cinematic. It was less spectacle on like the gore. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot less spectacle. Like The Boys and Invincibles are great shows, but like they like to create a spectacle about taking people's guts out and shit like that.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, but Jupiter's Legacy is more story driven. I would say more story driven. It's I enjoy the complexity of it, man, about what's going on and the whole honor system in this whole thing, man, and all that good stuff, man. More morality, playing morality, what's good and bad, and is being bad could be bad. Could being bad bring more good, or could bad bring more bad? Like that's the whole thing, right? Like, so I liked it, man.
Good. So, Ian, would you recommend this the show or the series to not only just your comic book fans, but just to any average Joe fan?
Yeah, man, it's a good way. It's a good waste of. It's not a waste of 8 hours of your life. It's actually a good use of your 8 hours of your life. It's a pretty. I liked every episode. I mean, I couldn't stop watching it. My wife enjoyed it too. She's not a comic book person. And my son was kind of like into it too. He liked it.
Did you have to close his eyes when like stuff was kind of getting a little?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Between Hutch and Utopian's daughter. Yeah. I had to like kind of put the covers over him. But I think he was watching his own thing. He was on his iPad watching. He was on his iPad watching stuff, man. So we were good.
I would agree with you with that one, L.
Yeah, that was, man. Yeah. and maybe some of those, and maybe some of the Force Awakens, or whatever the Abrams stuff.
Yep. So yeah, I would also definitely recommend it to anybody. I mean, you don't have to be a superhero fan to enjoy this movie. I mean, it's just something that's a little different, and the storytelling is great. And again, as you mentioned, like the cinematography was amazing.
Yeah. They're not going cheap either, man. Netflix went all out with this one, man.
Oh, for sure. All right, guys. So with that, Ian, do you have any parting words for Jupiter's Legacy?
Yo, man, watch it, man. And you always know, like, if you want to do a rant, man, watch what you like, bro. Like it's good stuff. It's some good stuff.
That's right. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you later.
Cheers, yeah.